What is going on? Jordan Sherwood Wood on 1063. We are in Fight Island week, a few days away from the epic encounter, UFC 251 in Abu Dhabi. Welterweight championship on the line. Kamaru Usman taking on Jorge Masvidal. 6 days notice for Jorge Masvidal. Game bred steps in for Gilbert Burns, who had to pull out, as we know, last Friday because of a positive test for coronavirus. So a lot of people looking at this fight and thinking, Street Jesus has a chance. He certainly does. I mean, there's a reason why Jorge Masvidal has been able to be fighting for as long as he has, and obviously has established the type of record that he has throughout his mixed martial arts career. Here's what you have to look at. You have to look at the fact that despite Jorge Masvidal taking this fight on 6 days' notice, he's been preparing for a Kamaru Usman fight for quite some time, even though the contract negotiations went awry when they were trying to negotiate this as the headliner. He's flown in wrestlers. He's been living with his boxing coach. And despite the news about 20 pounds needing to be shed this week, he'll be ready. He'll be ready come fight night, and he will present an interesting challenge for Kamaru Usman because of his guillotine and because of his takedown defense. But here's what we're recommending. We're recommending you wait until the public is all in on Jorge Masvidal, and we expect the line on Kamaru Usman to continue to drop. Right now, it's $2.35 for you to lay, $2.35 to lay on a bet with Kamaru Usman. So what we're hoping to get it to is about 200, maybe even below that, with public money coming in on Jorge Masvidal, and then you absolutely hammer home on Kamaru Usman. He's a next level mixed martial arts wrestler. There's a reason why there's synergies between his win streak at 11 in the UFC and 12 for George St. Pierre, which is the all-time record. There's also synergies between the anniversary of their ability to, have the same amount of wins, and also the anniversary coming up for Kamaru Usman. The fact that he will be celebrating the anniversary since he won the Ultimate Fighter. We like Usman. We like Usman in the over, both 3.5 and 4.5. And right now you can grab plus money at 4.5. We think Usman's going to win this fight via decision, but he has to avoid the guillotine and obviously the killer strike that Jorge Masvidal can certainly present. In the co-main event, Alexander Volkanovski, Max Holloway. I talked about this on VSiN earlier in the week. 61 or 62% of the time in a rematch of a championship fight, the champion retains. Since 2012, that number has ballooned to 83%, so that favors Alexander Volkanovski. Volkanovski, we certainly believe, will be better than he was. The question is Max Holloway going to adjust? He did not check leg kicks, and when he finally decided to put on the pressure a little bit in rounds 4 and 5, it was too little, too late. Max Holloway reportedly did not train as much during this fight. A lot of Zoom meetings with his coaching staff, and I'm doing a lot of Zoom meetings and working. They're effective, but it's not like being in person. He also didn't spar, and that causes concerns for a lot of mixed martial arts fans that are out there. So we liked Max Holloway early. We liked the fact that he made some late adjustments in the first time around and won those later rounds, but it's going to be a difficult task to beat Alexander Volkanovski. If we're looking at dogs, the one we are paying close attention to is Jose Aldo. This will be the best boxer that Peter Yan has faced in his now seventh. This will be his 7th fight in the UFC. Jose Aldo looked pretty good in his bantamweight debut. Weight cut didn't give him issues against Marlon Moraes. Some argue that he won that fight. And even though he's lost 4 of 6, the 2 wins were pretty impressive. Renato Moicano, Jeremy Stephens at featherweight. This will be a boxing match. If Jose Aldo uses leg kicks, he could win. But he hasn't used leg kicks to the ability that he has in quite some time. So we're not expecting that, but we do think that there is a worth a look on Jose Aldo. Down on the undercard, we're recommending Makwan Amirkhani. Excuse me. He is going to win his fight via submission, and he's going to win it very early in the fight against Danny Henry. We were high on Henry earlier on, but he has lost 2 of his last 2 of his 3 fights in the UFC. Late starts, not going to be good against Makwan Amirkhani. So we expect him to win in round 1 and expect him to win in decision. We like plus 175 for the submission win and plus 300 in round 1. So those are some recommended plays as we get set for Fight Island. we're excited for it. We'll have more analysis as we continue. But until then, get my picks. We've got 6 selections. FatJackSports.com, Wood on 1063, and enjoy the fights.